Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Buff Breakdown, and yeah, this is an interesting one. Wow. So it did happen. So I was expecting maybe something yesterday, because yesterday was the, 1 week into the Samurai Remnant event, but we didn't really get anything besides the closure of the event. But today, on the 8th day of the event, we actually do get a buff. And with that, we also get Summer Musashi's Raid Up banner, obviously, who also, as you can see, is the recipient of the buff. So yeah, wow, they actually buffed Summer Musashi. I am very surprised about this. If anything, I was expecting another buff to Saber or something, but yeah, they buffed Summer. Rejoice. And honestly, it's an MP buff as well, as you can see, which is hella exciting as well. So let's just jump right into this. I probably will keep this video pretty short, but wow, this is very interesting. So her MP, what it used to be, was this. So AoE arts, 4 hits, it loops. It's not the greatest MP ever, but it did the job. Besides the damage, we got 30% crit chance down on all enemies for 3 turns, which is very nice against bosses, obviously. And then the overcharge used to be, or still is rather, it's an MP seal, but only against Saber class enemies for 1 turn. And on base overcharge is 100% base chance, scaling up to 200%, which basically means it's guaranteed unless they're debuff immune. So this MP, I mean, it never was really amazing. Obviously, the damage was like, it's good, but it wasn't like amazing good. And obviously, her lacking a battery of any sorts means that she's completely refund dependent, of course, on being able to loop farm. So usually 90++ is immediately a no-go for Summer Musashi, sadly. Like, no like real relevance to like multi-core or anything like that. But let's see, what did they change? Well, I'm gonna be the first one to say that they didn't really change too much, but is that a bad thing? Well, let's find out. So everything else stays the same, but they added one new thing. So the crit rate down for 3 turns on all enemies, 30%, it stays the same. The overcharge with the MP seal on Saber enemies stays the same with all the chances and whatnot, but they did add one new overcharge effect. So there's 2 now, and they doubled down on that anti-Saber thing. So it's a power mod against Saber class enemies, and boy, it's a big one too. Like, it's not even the standard 150 to 200 on overcharge range. No, as you can see, it is a 200 to 300% power mod against Saber class. Although in this case, it's definitely worth noting it is Saber class servants. Sadly, not Saber class enemies. So it is a big difference when you think about it, because again, she is mostly used in farming, and obviously it would have been even more amazing if it was against all Saber enemies, not just servants, meaning the waves themselves would have gotten a lot easier if you were fighting Sabers. But nevertheless, that is a huge power mod, definitely way above the standard for the range of overcharge. And yeah, so let's talk about it briefly. Also, yeah, obviously worth mentioning, the MP also gets the standard damage upgrade from the buff, so that's the big thing, if anything, here. Anti-Saber, huh? So with this, it's gonna be pretty obvious that if you're fighting Saber, if you're farming waves that has a Saber servant at the end, or if you're doing bosses where there's at least one Saber servant, this will make a big difference, obviously. She might even be able to do like crazy amounts. She's probably capable of doing single target DPS numbers with her MP against Saber servants, because this is a huge power mod, and again, it also has the MP damage upgrade now too. But obviously, that's just one normal class of the 7 that we have. So it still might not be the greatest thing ever, but again, because of the MP damage upgrade, as you can see here, sadly I don't have the new numbers immediately, because this is me recording this immediately after the buff came out, but obviously her main competition has and will always be Summer Ibuki, and basically everyone else that's an Arts Looper, because Summer Ibuki is the end-all be-all. She's the Arts Looper of the balls. So but if we take a look at the chart here, on the same setup with both double Castoria Black Grail setups, she was never really far behind on Summer Ibuki for damage. Now, obviously, this definitely doesn't take into account Oh yeah, let me actually make this bigger so you can see a bit better. This is not even accounting for the fact that Summer Ibuki just loops way better. Like, her refund is night and day. Not only does she get more refund from just the MP alone, I'm pretty sure she also has a massive battery. So yeah, this is not the most, you know, accurate thing ever just to compare the numbers. But yeah, damage-wise, she was never really that far behind, actually. And with this, honestly, granted, she has enough refund. She will do more damage than Ibuki on base. But again, the refund is a big deal, though. So I would still obviously consider Summer Ibuki the queen of arch loopers even after this. I want to say I don't think it's too you know, I don't think I can jump the gun yet on Summer Musashi, but I will say it is a very cool thing though, and will definitely give her a lot more presence. Like, there will be some farming and bosses where Summer Musashi will work better now, for sure. Absolutely, yeah. But again, it really depends on the amount of refund she can get. That is still the big question mark that will, you know, define her potential in all of this. Now, on my Berserker tier list last year, and by the way, we are doing the new tier list this year as well. Probably starting next month again. No actual date yet, but stay tuned. Don't worry. We'll try and tackle them again this year. But yeah, last year I had her placed her on an A+, which I felt like was maybe fairly generous to begin with. So right now, I'm either feeling, again, A+ on her, or she could be moved into EX, I suppose. Again, the problem is that the refund is just a big question mark here. Maybe I'm gonna play it chill for now, and then when the actual new Berserker tier list happen, you know, time has passed, and we have a way better understanding of where she stands, how good she really is, and all that. So I'm just gonna, you know, let her chill in here for now. Again, maybe could see her in EX in the actual new tier list of 2024 later. But yeah, overall, I'm still very happy that they actually did give her something, and I'm happy that it is an MP buff in particular. Now, if they ever give her something like a skill buff, that would be like, let's say, a big battery or just more MP gain. I think battery would be more cool because it would allow more multi-core possibilities, but I digress. But this is great. Obviously, I'm just like, it might sound like I'm not that excited about this, but this really is a great thing. And Musashi fans will definitely be very happy about this. Yeah, I'm just gonna wrap it up there, my first thoughts very briefly there. So, if you enjoyed this buff breakdown, do be a solid and press the thumbs up button, okay? And subscribe not to miss out on future ones, because again, whenever these come out, I will be doing them. And quite finally, I think this is the last video I'm recording on my old PC, because today, later today, I will be building my new one, so quite a melancholy moment there, I suppose, but hey, it served me well, and let's hope the new PC will elevate the content to yet another new level. So I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I hope to see you in the next one. Peace out.